Leaving your root password blank? That's just like living in the danger zone. Hey you, it's me, Curtis P. It's time for some coffee. Apple's latest Mac operating system has come under attack as a huge security flaw has been found. Anyone with physical access to a Mac running High Sierra can gain access to the root account on the computer without the need for a password. This is a huge issue because, of course, if you have root access to a computer, you can basically see all of the files and all of the settings on the device. So even if you have a password on your user profile, the root user, they can access all of your files anyway. Now, this all blew up yesterday. I saw the story break early in the morning, and as of yesterday afternoon, Apple had already announced and released a security update in the Mac App Store for all Macs running High Sierra. The description for the update stating in bold letters, install this update as soon as possible. So overall, if you're running the Mac OS High Sierra, make sure you update your computer as soon as you possibly can. In the end though, props to Apple for actually releasing an update so quickly, but though in the same point here, it's not a great sign that such a security flaw made it out to the public. Moving into the quick news for the day, Apple has launched a brand new support YouTube channel to help show off helpful tips and tricks for using your iOS devices. Currently, the channel only has around 10 videos altogether, and each of them is about 2 minutes long, showcasing iOS 11 and new features that you can do with the operating system. Hopefully in the future, Apple will work on adding other operating system videos, such as the Apple Watch or maybe Mac computers. Next, Snapchat has announced they're ready to release a new design for their Snapchat app, considering it a major redesign for the popular photo messaging application. Now overall, the design hasn't changed too much, so don't freak out. When you open up the app, you're still greeted by the camera, but if you swipe to the left, you'll actually find all of your friend chats and snaps in one location. On the right of the camera, well, that's where you're gonna find all of the media company type stories and other things. The hope here is to separate out your friends and media into two distinctly different groups. The app update will start rolling out to a small number of users in the coming weeks, and the full rollout will happen very soon. Microsoft has released plans for a big remodel of their Redmond, Washington campus. The 500-acre campus will undergo a multi-year redesign with 18 brand new buildings being constructed. There's also going to be a number of new public spaces and new sporting fields for everyone to enjoy. No word on quite how much the entire remodel will cost, but it appears to be a great time for tech companies to invest in new headquarters, with Apple just finishing up theirs, Amazon working on building another campus somewhere in the world, and Google also planning on building a new campus in Silicon Valley. Now, beyond Microsoft's brand new campus, the company is also working on a brand new interesting feature for Windows 10. The company is working on turning tabs into a powerful brand new tool. Microsoft has announced they'll integrate tabs into all Windows 10 apps, but they'll also allow you to group apps together in what they're calling sets. This will allow you to open up a Word doc and then add an Edge browser tab and even a OneNote tab all together. And this even works well with their brand new timeline feature built into Windows 10, as you'll be able to recall sets from different computers if you wish to work on them. Now overall, it looks like a pretty cool new feature, but only time will tell if users actually embrace sets and tabs, or if it's just a dead new feature. And last for today, let's talk about some space-related news, because SpaceX has announced their Falcon Heavy rocket will not fly until 2018, despite Elon Musk promising that it would launch this year. The company has announced they will not be ready in time for the launch this year, but are instead going to do a test launch in the coming weeks. The Falcon Heavy will be rolled out onto the pad at Kennedy Space Center next month, and the rocket will be test-fired days later. This will be the first time all 27 Merlin engines will be fired up at the same time. SpaceX would normally test their engines at their facility in Texas, but due to the rocket's immense amount of thrust, it has to be bolted down to the launch pad at Kennedy. The Falcon Heavy is made up of 3 of these standard Falcon 9 rockets strapped together, creating up to 2/3 the thrust of the space shuttle. Now, even though SpaceX will not be launching the Falcon Heavy this year, the company has completed 16 other Falcon 9 launches this year, and even plans for 2 more rocket launches in December. Now, there's a lot of risks with launching a brand new rocket for the very first time. The launch may go completely well, which would be great, but of course it might not reach orbit, or even worse, it might not even clear the pad. So we'll just have to wait and see, but overall, I'm pretty excited to see what SpaceX can do next. Of course, this is a huge big step forward for their rocket technology. Well, if you enjoyed today's show, make sure you click on that subscribe button and of course join the notification squad so you can stay up to date on all of the latest videos I post throughout the week. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Discord. Links to all of that are in the description down below or on my website at curtisparody.ca. Well, until tomorrow, everybody, I'm Curtis Parody. Have an amazing day.